In 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us on the library. As usual, we are continuing our Blood on the Rocks module, the adventures in the town of Bloodstone. I'm your host. My name's Arthur. I am playing Harold. We have a full house of investigators tonight. So Chris is playing Beau, Emily's Florence, Wayne's Quentin, Scott is Yocker, and Rick is the world-famous Philip Donner. As always, our amazing keeper and the maker of the sandbox that we are digging around in is Michael. Michael, take it away.
Hey, thanks for joining us. Blood on the Rocks is a horror tabletop role-playing game set in the Call of Cthulhu universe. It is for mature audiences, played by immature people. If you like what we do and can stand our silliness, join us on Patreon at patreon.com/underthelibrary. We got some cool tiers with some great miniatures. And Florence, take us to last week's recap.
Wait, your mannequin has bedhead. Does she have bedhead?
Who are we talking about?
This is a very important part of our recap.
Wait, I want to know, is there a miniature Yocker? Because I can't imagine that you're not doing unspeakable things to it.
Isn't that a redundant phrase?
I was going to say, Yocker's already miniature.
A miniature Yocker?
All right, Florence.
I'll do my best. So, everyone but Quentin had been at Potter's place discussing what we were actually going to do that day, early in the morning. Quentin joined us and told us about the cats and the corpse that he found at Lloyd's store. So, at this point, Yocker goes to find the sheriff, the revered and perhaps nationally known Henry Stone, who asked Yocker about Beau and the shooting that had happened the night before. The doc said that Jason Dudley might not make it, and also Yocker's arm looks pretty bad. At the same time, Quentin and Harold return to the store. Sorry. And want to check in and try to examine the body. And Harold, just from the hair, is pretty sure that it is indeed Lloyd. At the same time, Florence and Beau go to look for Philip. Oh, I get it. Okay. Anyway,
what you drinking
we
tonight,
found
Emily?
him.
I thought we were not going to make fun. I thought we were going to wait till the end to make fun.
She killed me in King of Tokyo.
That's fine. That's fine.
What you mean? What I sent you? Emily's mispronunciation.
Revered.
I mispronounced a word. Let's all laugh it out.
Okay.
Get it out of your system.
I don't have my chat
No,
open.
it's not worth a laugh. It's worth a smile. And don't shame us for laughing at mispronunciation.
That wasn't shame. I was just giving you an opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you needed to take your moment.
It was kind of a finger wagging.
Beau, she's gonna get to kill you in a minute, so you better be nice.
Oh, I don't mind being dead. I'm dead in Nick's campaign.
So should I continue?
Yes, please.
Sorry.
We found Phil in the stable. He looked pretty rough. But then we all head back again to Lloyd's. Phil threatens the looters to stop stealing Lloyd's stuff, ends up shooting someone's foot off, and then also agreeing to give him medical care. Sheriff Henry praises Phil for his actions. Florence and Beau stepped away when Philip started waving his gun around and went to Red's. We find that Jason is indeed dead. Beau gives Florence a bag of gold to give to Jason's wife and says he's going to the sheriff. So we head back to Lloyd's. Harold wants to examine the cats for black boxes, but cannot catch a cat. They all elude him, so he decides to go home and make a cat trap. Yacker and Quentin explore upstairs with the sheriff, and Quentin strikes a deal to help the sheriff in return for a deputy badge. And he is then assigned this case by Henry the sheriff. Philip also examines the body and discovers that there was a struggle. Lloyd had tried to fend off the cats and also flung one into the wall with a broom. And Quentin and Philip convince Harold that instead of using fish in his trap, he should use Lloyd's tongue. And so at this point, Quentin has gone to get his badge. Yacker and Beau are taking the body to Seraphim Falls, and Florence ran back to her shop to get the journal with the weird pictures. And I cannot look at any more comments
No,
while
don't look
I'm
at
reading.
chat. Mm-mm.
Gives the journal to Harold, thinking that he might understand, be able to search for such machines when they go back to the Gerald's house. I should mention, while Quentin went to get his badge, he did not find Henry there, but he did find a poster stuck in a drawer that said, "Wanted, Bobby McGlinn, $100," with a picture that looks like Henry Stone.
Such an amazing ending.
That's what happens when you roll a 1.
1.
It's okay. Art, maybe one day that'll happen to you.
Yeah.
One day.
Probably
What's
not,
the
though.
closest you've gotten? You've gotten a 3, right?
I've gotten a few low numbers.
You got a 52 once when he needed a 51.
I mostly get big numbers, though.
All right. So as you walk out onto the front steps of the sheriff's office, Quentin, you pick up the latest copy of the Bloodstone Expose, dated May 5th, 1892. May 5th, that would be 3 days into our campaign and almost 4 months later.
Yeah. This is episode 14, right?
Yep. All right. And it has an illustration of a winged beast with the caption, "Winged wards of Satan continue to terrorize town." And the first headline says, "Bloodstone, living up to its name," by Martin Hale. Bloodstone continues to live up to its name. Feces have been found in the town water trough, and not even that foulness has managed to ward off the attacks of Satan's own spawns. My few literate raiders have little need to be reminded of the fierce attacks last night that cost us the company of little Sammy Jenkins. His mother and father, distraught at the loss of their child, may never know his vile destination. We do know the Most Reverend Philomena Cunningham will deliver a passionate and fiery curse upon those abominations come this Sunday. It almost goes without saying that Rat Coleman will be far less missed. His wife Juniper could be heard saying as much, but it must have been Squeaks that summed it up best as she consoled Juniper, saying, "Fuck him. He was only a friend of the itchy Quim Whiskers." Well said, Squeaks. In Bloodstone, it might even count as poetry. But I digress. Well, we're all concerned about when the next attack might be. Of more pressing concern may be the health of Lana Jenkins. In her attempts to rescue Sammy, she was exposed to the slimy excretions of those foul beasts, and as of this very morning has reported to have taken ill. It is not this author's place to remind you of Lester Codfoil and his gruesome fate. But let's hope Reverend Cunningham spares a little cursing to ask the good Lord to watch over Lana, though it's hard to call upon the Lord when we seem to be in the hands of evil. It seems in all this hullabaloo that Henry Stone has been noticeably absent. Where is our famous lawman? Your town needs you. And then the second headline says, "Mysterious Stranger Brings More Danger," by Martin Hale. Bloodstone has many visitors, but it's worth putting our readers, though they may be few and far between, like our listeners, on the lookout for some new arrivals in town. One in particular who shot up Jason Dudley, our own God-fearing stable hand, in the middle of the street last night. Witnesses say the stranger was intoxicated with hubris and screaming he was the ghost to hunt Jason down. Our own vulnerable Jason stood shaking in the street as the stranger unloaded his barrels of buckshot into his chest. Confusion at the end suggests it could be a case of mistaken identity, but I can't imagine anyone ever thinking Jason was a menace. I have it on good word that Doc Red is doing his very best to make sure Jason stays with us, and even Yocker assisted to save him. It seems like a poor business practice to me, but then again, maybe some guilt was a motivating force. I'm signing off, but I'll be back tomorrow. In the meantime, try not to burn down our damn town. It's the only one we've got.
Wow.
That's some excellent journalism.
Wow. Yocker, you got to mention.
All right.
Be famous.
You're locally famous.
So there were two names: someone who is now poisoned by goop, and then a reference to someone in the past who also had a horrific fate.
Yep.
So I think the now person is the one that Yocker took a sample from her shoulder.
Yes.
And
Oh.
the other guy, I wrote down Lester Codfoil.
I've got the goop to give to Harold, by the way.
And you and Jocker and that's it. Oh, and Harold would know him. He died a particularly gruesome death that Doc Red attributed to tuberculosis or consumption, but he went awfully quick, shriveling up and almost like he was dried out from the inside.
Oh dear.
Oh.
That doesn't sound good. Was there a contact with slime?
Yeah, that's what the article's suggesting, right?
Yeah, no, I know, but do we know of anything specific with that?
Make a let's see, give me
Yeah. Did it coincide with one of the attacks?
It did coincide. Yeah, it did coincide with a previous attack, right?
I was going to say, if they came through Seraphim Falls, then I'd probably have
it's a success for
like
me.
specific knowledge.
Yes. So your knowledge would be that it was pretty much when this attack happened, because they're all the town's news when y'all get attacked by these flying beasts, that he was left in this goop, and it was shortly after that goop that he took ill and then died.
Okay.
But Red, in his high medical diagnosis, said for sure it was tuberculosis, which created its own scare in the town for a few days anyway.
Are you questioning the quality of healthcare delivered at Red's Health Emporium?
Not at all. In fact, I think you should all visit there. Yocker, you might need to visit there. Soon. Yeah, you need to visit soon for that
I'll be depositing an arm.
Yeah, that sore arm.
Yocker, maybe you should see Sage instead.
We've also got two doctors in the party.
Oh yeah,
I was going to go to Philip Downer.
Yeah,
yeah.
Quentin and Philip could definitely hook you up.
I think Philip's the most highly trained in traditional medicine.
Yeah.
But Quentin's the most confident. So
Quentin has battlefield experience.
Quentin's got really good first aid going on.
Yeah,
that's great. Quentin's response is going to be amputated. Yeah.
You kind of had to, right?
Mm-hmm.
You only,
but it's a hangnail.
Quentin's going to amputate, and Philip's just going to say, tasty.
Oh.
Like a hot dog.
All right. So tell me what y'all want to do.
Harold wants to rescue some animals.
Well,
and I was down with that.
I want to go find Beau.
Where am I?
Want to find Beau?
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was with you guys.
Well, I went to the the sheriff's office, and so I don't think anyone came with me.
Oh no!
Oh no! Florence and I were walking. That's right. We were walking towards the sheriff's office to turn myself in.
Right. And so I'm at the sheriff's office I was getting my badge and doing a little bit of reconnoitering.
Okay.
So if you're in the area, I do want to. I don't know if I
yeah, you would find me if you came out.
Okay. As I come out, I would see
Didn't
you.
you guys already have this conversation?
Yeah, because you told me to pretend that he was armed. It was self-defense. No, because then I said I'm going to go turn myself in. Yeah,
exactly. That was before I went to the office and found stuff. So, Quentin, I want to come out, and if I see Beau, I want to flag him down. I suppose you'd be in the street.
Hey there, Quentin.
Yep, the muddy-filled streets, and I was like, I want your ear for a moment there, Beau. Come closer. A little quiet talk here.
Righty, okay. What you?
And I
speak your piece.
All right. First, I don't need you. I don't need your ears for this one. I need your eyes. And I pull out the piece of paper that had tumbled onto the floor, and I straighten it out, and I show it to him, and I said, "Our illustrious sheriff is not who he seems to be."
Oh, looks like he's got the whole town hoodwinked.
And he's a wanted
but that
man.
begs the question: what happened to the real sheriff?
That's a very good question. And also, I believe that you shouldn't be turning yourself into this man at all.
Well, that's a relief to hear. Obviously, once we find the real sheriff, that'll be a different story. But for the time being, yeah, he's not the law, so I'm not going to involve myself with him.
Exactly. I think he had himself installed as the law, but he isn't. And hopefully, we can run into him in a not too distant future, and we see what we can do about the situations.
There is all manner of subterfuge going on in this little town.
It's a curious little place, isn't it, my friend? As an outsider. So anyway, that's what I wanted to talk about with the Beau.
Okay. Well, Harold said he wanted to go back to the I don't know what you'd call it, a farm, but where they were keeping those weird animals. He wanted to rescue the animals, and I think you had something else in mind, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I have a few, and I guess at this point I would be a little bit curiously nervous and odd and having a flashback or two. So I would say, yes, and yes, there's definitely something that I need to harpoon.
Yeah, well, I agree with both measures: rescuing the animals and taking a determined approach to ending that whole environment there, where as Florence was saying, there's some sort of evil inhabiting the area underneath the house.
And so so at this point, I don't know if I've ever talked to Beau about it because he wasn't there, and then I wanted to try to explain what the basement was like as we went down there. Broke into the 3 passages. To the right was this great humming machine. To the far left was a room that had the animals, because Beau hasn't been there.
Yeah, but it's almost as if I already know about it. So you can just say that you tell me, and I'll go, oh yeah, okay.
And especially that center portion, which was this abomination.
Yeah. And as you talk about that, Quentin, make a sanity roll.
There no.
What am I down to? Ooh, 36. Got it.
All right, so you only lose 1 point as you revisit the past there. And
all right.
How many points how much sanity do you have left?
I'm at 43.
All right.
Didn't you start at 70?
Started at not that high. I think I was. Ooh. It's hard to see the eraser marks because there's a lot of them. I know I lost 12, so there's 60.
Yeah, I thought you started with the same sanity as me, 70.
Yeah, he's whittled away a little bit.
Yeah, it was might have been 60 because I have 60 circled. That's the only one I had.
Okay.
Circled. Oh wait, no, I think I did start at 70. I think I had that one circled, but I'm not sure. Anyway, a lot has gone away.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, and before we go, I want to go to Philip and have him take a look at my arm, because it's feeling worse and worse.
Hey, how did you know that? That's my line.
There is a direct correlation between how much my arm hurts and how much you're an asshole. So.
Oh well, then
when you
might
say
as
direct
well.
correlation, you mean
might as well just cut it up
in
now.
the other? Is that?
So I'm gonna go up and now, hey Philip, my arm got damaged when I was trying to donate blood to save that guy, but sounds like he died anyway. And now my arm is really getting worse and worse.
You try to donate blood? Were you related to the guy? Why would you just did that out of the blue?
I didn't want Beau to go to jail. He's my friend.
Huh. Well, do you know how he died?
Yeah, he
Blood
had a
poisoning.
big fucking wound in the middle of his chest.
Fair enough. You could have contributed though if you gave him the wrong blood. I don't know if you heard any of those studies, but anyway, don't want to have that on your conscience. Plaguing your character for the rest.
Where's your time machine?
Yeah, did they know about blood types back then?
No.
Oh,
couldn't
they
have
had some
known.
clues. There were clues.
Back in the 1880s or 90s?
Welcome to Call of Cthulhu Terminator Edition. Back from the future, Philip Donner talks about blood types.
Anyway, so you could have just tried milk.
I wasn't thirsty. What the hell am I going to do drinking milk?
No,
I'm already giving him blood.
Legitimately, people back then used to, prior to blood transfusions, tried cow's milk. Just letting everybody know that. That's the truth.
In the veins?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did it do anything good?
They got them moving. Anyway, so
was that a setup just for that?
It's not. I thought of that just now. Anyway, so you're on.
I feel so violated. Philip's gotta die.
Yeah, it was. It was an utterly bad joke. So you're so you donated, and what did they use? They pricked it with they used the needle there?
He had this metal. He had a needle, and none of it looked very clean. He put a needle in my arm.
You cleaned that needle off?
No, I think he licked it maybe.
Well, let me see. Take a look at your arm, and I guess I'll do just a medicine check here for you, maybe.
Sure, you do a medical check. Yaker, you make a luck roll.
Oh, come on.
You have a lot of luck. You'll be fine, I'm sure.
So this was a 66. Mine's a 70, so it's a regular success.
Hey, Rick.
Okay.
Blood
I'll let you know
types-
how bad it is in just a second here.
Blood types were first discovered in 1900.
28? What did I need?
Oh, you needed like under a 35, right?
No, my luck's a 16.
Oh,
16.
Right.
Oh,
We still
wow.
haven't fixed that.
well, I mean, you did do a blood transfusion in the Wild West. I'm just gonna say, all right. Here, let me just write a little note to Philip, and he can decide how he wants to take this.
It's going to be a really nice note about how healthy and
Yeah.
totally normal
Yaker, your arm's
Yaker's arm
looking kind
looks.
of black.
Harold, were you
So,
talking?
Dark
I can't
black.
hear you.
What's
Dark
that line in your
like-
arm? Oh, me?
Gangrels.
No wonder.
So Yak, I have to tell
'Cause
you,
I'm
here,
muted.
go ahead and move your arm. And does it hurt when I do this? All right, and over here.
Oh.
Okay, and go ahead and try and open your mouth for me. Interesting. And try swallowing.
Should I get on my knees first?
That's for me to know and you to find out. All right, so
What are you, 4?
so do you have a headache? Any fever? You sweating?
No, terrible. I don't feel good at all.
Okay, so I think we got a bit of an issue here, Yaka. I think you've got a bit of a. This looks like maybe you've got an abscess here in your arm. At least the early formation of one. We might need a lancet and extract all of that pus. The other problem is this could be tetanus, at which point your jaw might begin to cramp, and you may find that you're going to end up with these painful just muscles all over your body, trouble swallowing, maybe some periodic jerking and staring from seizures. you're in for some trouble.
Right.
And
And,
can I throw this in for the sake of Yaker? And then you end up completely arched and your muscles rip free from your bones.
All I heard was periodic jerking, so I figure that's all right. That's
What?
perfectly
So
normal.
what's the downside?
honestly, you can't, once this progresses and your jaw, seizes shut, pretty much all upside for us.
Yeah.
That's what we've got. We could make some incisions and knock out a couple of teeth, and you can drink and eat through a straw. That'll be cute. But I think we're gonna need to get you to a large city here in the near future. You've probably got a few days before things really accelerate.
Florence is heading to the city to visit her sister, I think.
I'm so torn, but
Well, if
it's the right thing to do. I mean,
life.
she tends to get a little bit out of sorts if her schedule is disturbed.
So if it is just an abscess and you lance it and you drain it and you can somehow find a way to kill off all the bad stuff in it, then maybe it's not tetanus and we can wait a day or two and find out, right?
Well, the problem is, we can try and do that, but the tetanus itself isn't it's making toxins, poisons in your body that's causing the other effects. And that sort of cascade, those dominoes have already started to knock over. So you're in what business?
Yeah, I think I'm going to be my own client in a little bit here. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah. Well, that's fortunate. I can lance it. You want me to lance it?
Yeah, let's just wait and see. And if I get it, then I'll be rolling up a new character.
All right. Well, and I'll open my little medicine bag and I pull out a rusty knife and I go, a little scalpel, and I say, let me give this a good clean for you. And I take some of my Banshee's bitch and I
just grab your shirt, rub it on.
I unscrew one of them, and
Is that the same scalpel you cut your lip off with?
And I give
How many
it
scalpels do you think he's
got?
got?
A little piece of lip on it.
Good drenching in the Banshee's bitch, and I close that up and I put it back with the other containers of Banshee bitch, probably forgetting which one is which down the road. And
Banshee bitch, the finest tasting bitch in the land. This episode is brought to you
your
by
lips.
Hey, didn't you put some of your lip in Banshee bitch?
Oh, preserved it.
Yep, he did.
Oh yeah.
Is that the same container?
Maybe. So I
That's
take
good luck if you drink the lip.
It's like the worm, yeah.
I'll take a small fire at this point, and I'll keep the end of the blade now that I'll go. All right, Yaker, we're gonna go ahead here and try and lance this abscess. So we'll tie sort of your arm, and I'll have you sit down. So do you want anything to drink? This is gonna hurt like a bitch.
And
It's gonna hurt like a banshee.
And Phil, remember, the more detail about the lancing, the better.
Good.
Hey, Phil, before you go in, there was a medical roll to diagnose. Can we see how well the slicing does or doesn't go? Yeah,
it's
can you make
great?
Yeah, okay, thanks.
Here comes the 98.
I got an 80. So
yeah. So you can still have the narrative, but it's I'll roll for health loss here, and you can describe.
Oh no, I've got a great way to handle this.
Yeah,
don't worry.
that's what I was saying. You go at it. I'll tell you how many points of health he loses.
Yeah, so I'll go over to your arm, and presumably it's here in sort of your antecubital fossa, maybe up into sort of your arm, and I'll sort of be feeling around. I go, oh, this one feels tender. Oh, we got a big sucker over here. I go, all right, Yaka. Count of 3, and I'm gonna try and lance this for you.
Tell me you go.
All right,
two.
here we go. So I'll take the scalpel and I'll go down the arm, sort of right over that skin, going through the superficial layers of the skin, down until I feel like I'm hitting what I think is like a water balloon almost. And as it goes through, there's sort of a mix of pus and blood that kind of jets out, goes across my shoulder in sort of this high pressure ooze squeeze. And
wait a minute. Didn't at least some of it get in Yaker's mouth?
we could roll for that. I think a luck roll would be perfect if it
Make Yaker roll his luck roll.
You know, if he's like looking down at it when I'm doing it, sort of slack jawed.
A little in his eye.
Yeah. So that'll happen. But as I'm squeezing it, I notice there's not as much there as there feels there is. And I go, Yaker, I got some bad news here, buddy.
Yeah, what's the bad news?
I don't think this was a fully formed abscess yet. I think we were at sort of an earlier stage, what we call a phlegmon, where it's basically sort of a mix of bacteria and pus there within the tissues that hasn't coalesced into a full abscess for its adequate delivery. So I think while we've gotten some out, I don't think we got everything. And I may have nicked some of the superficial nerves there in your arm. So your arm might be numb, is all I'm saying. You may not feel anything in that arm going forward. And apparently you lost 4 health points.
Well, this hasn't worked out too good.
Wow, Philip's so awesome at doctoring.
Yeah, I think the only way you can get health back is to like go to a hospital or something.
Red's Health Emporium.
Yeah, Red will get you fixed right up.
All right, I'm down to 17 health.
You're down.
That's still double what most Call of Cthulhu investigators start with.
It's
Just so
more
you know.
than double what Florence has.
All right. Well, after that lovely description, thank you, Philip.
Sure.
And what about pouring some of that banshee bitch in the cut?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot to mention. I would need to clearly drain or wash out the wound bed, although it hasn't fully, coalesced itself. So I'll do some of that, which I'm sure burns. Then I'll take a bit of the fire itself, keep the metal, and go in and just try and cauterize any small vessels that are bleeding, leaving you with probably what looks like an inverse Popeye arm.
So, I got to tell a real story at this point. So I got this nasty scar on my thumb, goes all the way down here. And it was I'll make it a shorter story, but I laid it open while we were on the boat. So much so that when it first happened, I knew that I cut myself, and I reached and grabbed some paper towel and just covered it up because I was sort of panicky and didn't want to look at it. I was like, oh, shit. And I looked at it and I saw tendon.
Was this when you were away from civilization?
Oh yeah, we were anchored off of an island like a day and a half from Nassau in the Bahamas. So we were totally alone. It was just us in this little cove. And I wasn't even with Chica at the time. She was on shore. So I had to take the dinghy, go get her, and tell her, look, I messed up. We got a problem. So that irrigation that Rick was just talking about, I had that happen, and I actually did the like bite on something, and she held it open. She made an irrigation bag with Providine, and just squirted it in there. Holy shit, did that hurt? So just him telling that story, I could feel it again.
And that was just your finger.
That was my thumb. Yeah.
How'd you close it off? Like with glue or something? Or?
She used butterfly
strips.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
And then
really quickly, because this is very similar, you probably can't see it, but the tip of my pinky got cut off back in 8th grade.
Man, I'm glad you said pinky.
I didn't know that.
So glad
Yeah,
you said
not completely. Like it got like into
that
a
got cut off when he was like 2 months.
And I was on my way to a friend's bar mitzvah, so I just taped it back on and went to the party.
Oh, did grow back together?
It just grew back together.
What?
So I used, we didn't tell any parents or anything.
Wow.
And I just used like scotch tape my pinky back on. There were going to be so many girls at the bar mitzvah, and I didn't want to miss it. So.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, look, I cut off the tip of my pinky.
Want to see?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Well, let's get back to your flayed open arm, which I think
Ooh,
you should be
that's
grateful. Philip has done though a gruesome, he's done a very thorough job of attempting to clean it up. So thorough, I'll give him.
What the fuck is that?
Oh.
Are those nipples on a papaya?
Yeah, it's an arm. It's an arm. You know, it's an arm.
Those are elbows?
Yeah, it's like, well, it's one before, then after. You know, it's.
I really don't
bring
want
back Daniel Boone.
I don't want to see your medical images. I don't like. There's imagination horror and there's real horror.
Yeah, bring back Daniel Boone.
Yeah, it's all gonna flow into your ear. All right, Philip, make a medical roll to see what the long-term prognosis for your attempt is.
49, which is a regular success for me.
Okay, right. That may stay some stuff. That'll give him another 3 months of our gameplay.
For us, we're going pretty
All right,
quick.
thank you there, Philip.
Yeah, you're welcome.
We're going pretty quick. All right.
We have a phone in this town.
Oh, fuck, a phone?
we made fun of Philip before for saying
Wait,
that.
when
we had a whole thing.
there were
We had a whole
phones?
thing. We're like, oh yeah, there's a cell tower over there.
No, like seriously, is there like
No.
a phone?
No,
Okay.
Why?
not in the West. I don't know what time period phones were happening. Alexander Graham Bell and
I mean,
all
the
that.
first phone was like 1870s.
1865.
Yeah, but it wasn't in the West. They had
Right.
telegraph.
Telegraph, yes. There would
Yeah.
definitely be telegraph.
Oh yeah, you could go telegraph to the neighboring city.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll give you telegraph for sure, Florence. If you want to get an extreme luck roll, I'll even say that there's a damn telephone. It's in the same place that Philip shared his banshee at the very, what is that, second episode maybe?
I don't know if I want a luck roll for
Philip.
that after all that ridicule.
Hey, Philip,
I mean, it's not so
fuck?
ridiculous. There
What the-
could have been a phone.
There could have. They've
I
been
think
around
you
for like
just-
30 years. It's fine.
I think you set yourself up for the ridicule pre-episode. So
Yeah,
just
but where would
Okay.
the telephone poles come from and go to?
All right, so it was just as ridiculous as you said it was. That's
Okay.
fine.
yeah, it's okay.
Um,
Make an extreme roll. We're near Deadwood. Who knows?
Okay. I did not get it.
Okay. So no, there is no telephone as we suspected. However, there is a large being living underneath a house, other large winged beasts flying in from the west, and there's a telegraph. So you're in good
telegraph,
shape.
telegraph lines go along the railroad tracks.
Yeah, there
So
you
as
go.
long as there's a train, there's.
Just this is since we were talking about telegrams or the Pony Express. This is a horse with tetanus, which
Oh yeah. Oh.
Really? Can you
Yeah,
go back to the other one?
That's that arched thing I was telling you about. where
Yeah,
your
right?
back just.
messed up.
Boy, Dick, you are just the worst.
All right.
Hey, his
So
name
many
is
gross pictures.
Rick.
Pretty sure it's Dick.
Okay.
Florence, are you going to send a telegraph?
I was thinking about it. I'm worried. I'm worried about what'll happen if I don't show up, but I also feel like there's some pretty serious shit happening here. I don't know what to do.
What would your character do? What would your character do?
That's what I was saying. She doesn't know what to do. She's
When
just
Florence isn't indecisive.
fuck you. You don't know what Florence is.
Whoa!
Yeah, but I do know what's going to happen to Florence, so that's all that matters.
Hey, Florence is getting on the damn train and going to see her sister like she does every Thursday at 9 o'clock.
Well, she better hurry up. I'd hate for her to miss the train.
Yeah.
You've made a decision, so it's pretty much guaranteed you're going to miss the train.
Oh, she'll make the train.
Oh, no.
All right. What are other people up to? Florence, are you riding towards the train or walking, or what are you doing?
I'm walking.
Locking up the bookshop?
Yes.
What are you taking with you to visit your sister?
Just...
The whole fucking bookstore. I put it in the backpack and carry it with me.
No,
It's a
I'm not
backpack of
taking
holding.
anything special. Just my
Well,
bag.
Don't forget that gold I gave you.
And what's in your
For-
bag, Florence?
Seems like he's looking for something specific.
Yeah.
No. I'm just curious because the last time I didn't ask this, somebody walked in with a shotgun and like banged my NPC over the head. So
I mean,
you
know I
be a little
carry-
more careful.
You know I carry that small gun. I don't
Yeah.
remember what it's called.
See, this is good information.
A Derringer.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Derringer.
Derringer.
No.
Derringer.
You had it the first time.
one. Yep. Mhm.
I don't know my guns.
I got the Derringer.
I always have a few books with me.
Which titles?
Oh my God.
Everybody
I don't know.
poops.
Are these
Don't
just
let
like
the pigeon
random?
drive the bus.
Did I write this down in the first episode? What was in my bag?
Weren't you going to ask her to see if she could translate something or evaluate
I
something?
wasn't.
Oh, was she evaluating jewelry? Is that what Chris is talking about? There was something
Yeah,
you were going
but-
to do
No,
when you
I-
went
I
to see your
gave-
sister.
Yeah.
She's just not really in the shape to do much. I mean, I know Chris said, oh, couldn't she make, set my stone?
Oh, we did that
But we didn't
ourselves.
really address that because I wasn't going to bring her.
Yeah. No, we ended up
tools.
doing that ourselves. I made a couple of
I
rolls
do
and- yeah.
remember that. Yeah. Okay, there was something. Okay, you're right though. There was something we were going to ask her. Have her look at the jewelry from the
Oh, wasn't
um,
it simply if she had ever used Lomava as a substitute for mercury? If that might
Okay.
have contributed to her state of mind.
Hmm. Yeah, and there was something about
Yeah.
evaluating the stolen jewelry too.
Yeah, there was something about the stolen jewelry, but I don't remember. Yeah,
So you got some stolen jewelry in your bag?
I guess I could. I might. Did somebody give me the stolen jewelry? Okay. I have the stolen jewelry in my bag.
Okay. And then
you
just
you
like
have my bag of magic little gold nuggets too.
You gave me money. Are they magic gold?
Oh no, I gave you. I kept the one gold nugget on the chain. All
Yeah.
the other gold nuggets I gave to you to give to the widow of the guy I killed.
and she
Oh,
already
I
gave-
didn't write
she-
down that they were the special gold nuggets. Sorry.
Oh yeah, they're the glowing gold nuggets.
But you already gave
Oh.
those to the widow, didn't you?
No.
No, she never didn't get around to it.
I
yet.
haven't
Too
seen her.
much- Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I should probably write down what I have in my bag because I obviously didn't know.
In the meantime, Harold is going to bring some supplies to attempt to rig something to be able to remotely open the traps once we get or the cages once we get them outside.
Okay. I'm imagining a long-handled, like you get the laundry reacher thing,
Like a
with,
Wile E.
yeah.
Coyote thing.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Nice.
No, I was picturing
Okay.
some pulleys and rope and some wire to sort of rig up some sort of.
Vastly more complicated.
Yep.
All right. Do your mechanical repair roll.
How about if one of my books is Moby Dick? because I'm confused about what's happening to Quentin.
Oh, look at that. She's just trying to understand you better, Quentin.
It happens.
I'll read it on the train.
That's an extreme success, Michael.
Wow.
Yep.
You know, you really burned that extreme success on like the most, banal
Well,
role. In
so
the whole
you
game.
say that now, but had I failed that roll, I would have opened all the cages at once. The cages would have turned toward Harold, and all of the creatures would have ran toward him. So I'm okay with that being an extreme success.
How many of the creatures?
All of them.
Yes.
All of the creatures would have run directly at Harold.
Okay.
With that
So
fox in the lead.
Yes, Florence. So oh, that's right. You mean this is the contraption you're taking to Gerald's house?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were using it to release the cat.
Oh,
the-
no. This is I'm gathering gear to prepare a contraption that once I bring those cages out of the basement
Oh, okay.
to open them safely.
Okay. And I'll say that you're able to do it rather quickly too. That's more what the extreme success means.
Okay.
But, yeah.
You're still holding out hope that they're all going to run at me, are you?
Well, it obviously is going to function. I mean, Harold made it, but you also don't lose like 2 or 3 days putting it together.
Okay. I'm getting
All right.
killed by a
So,
stampede.
Florence, you have a Derringer, stolen jewelry, and Moby Dick.
And Beau's glowing gold.
All
Sounds
right.
like a Saturday night.
Yep. Okay.
And a few scones.
Oh, you got to have road food.
Yeah.
All right. So you head to the train, Florence.
Money.
Well, what the hell more do you need than glowing gold? All right, money.
Well, I'm not going to pay for my train ride with Beau's glowing gold.
Yeah, okay.
That's for Jason's widow.
All right. So those two are occupied for a little bit. Harold's tinkering, and Florence is headed to the train. What are you? Oh, Yacker, you're probably not feeling so hot, are you?
I don't feel so good. My arm hurts, and I'm drunk on Banshee bitch.
All right. So that's true for you. You're feeling some pain and no pain. So Quentin and Philip, what are you two up to?
Quentin and Beau.
And Beau,
Hmm.
right?
I'm sorry, Beau. Yes.
Yeah. We're going to be heading to the house, and I think we got our provisions to do so.
Oh, y'all are headed north.
Well, no, we were headed to find Harold first.
Oh, okay. All right. So we'll just call it half a day then, unless anybody has anything important they want to do in the interim.
Not at all.
Really quickly, so Florence, will you come back like just the next morning, or what's your timing? Do you come back
In my
that
head,
day?
it usually took me like an hour to get there, and then I just visited for about an hour and turned around and came back.
So what I'm
but-
wondering is, but does the timing not work to prep today so that we don't split the party and then we all go out tomorrow when Florence is back?
Harold would not wait until tomorrow. He wanted to leave overnight.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
You
So
mean when
Harold
you're
will
back?
go by himself.
When you're back starting to arch, Scott?
Yeah, no kidding.
I wish you
Well-
would go to the bigger city. Get yourself some additional medical attention.
Yeah, why don't I? Because I'm not going to go out with the animals. So Florence, I'd probably want to go with you and get to a hospital.
They do have one. It's actually right beside the.
Yeah, so I'd
Facility.
probably go with you. Yep, to see if I can, if there's anything else I could do, especially about the tetanus.
Sure. I think that's a fine idea.
The best
Okay,
way to
so-
fight tetanus is with rabies. Yeah, balance each other out.
That's some good thinking right there.
That's pretty good.
My daddy taught me that.
There you go. The rabies gets in there and just eats up the tetanus. You'd be all right.
Oh,
A
yeah.
little thirsty for a little bit, but you'll be all right.
God.
Oh,
So I'll go pack a couple things up in a little satchel and head on over to the train station with you.
you don't want to see Red? It'd be so much fun.
Now that you know there's such a thing as sterilizing with alcohol, I don't think you ever want to see
I will
Red again.
never go to Red again.
Red
Speaking
has the most beautiful
done with
cleaver that's
him.
been handed down for like 5 generations.
And you can tell it's good luck from all the crusted blood.
Oh God.
Yeah, and it'll take your arm off in just 3 or 4 whacks. Speaking of characters that I love, can I tell you how sad I am that Lloyd's gone?
Oh, yeah, Lloyd, man.
Yeah.
He was such a great character.
We were best friends.
I'm a Miss Lloyd. Yeah, we were all best friends with Lloyd.
Actually, the vision I have of Lloyd is from, there was that Seinfeld episode where I think he was Lloyd George or something like that, or George, something like that. And he was a friend of George Costanza's when he was younger, but then was back, and that was the one where he got him all the chewing gum. He got, you want this chewing gum? And he was a little bit crazy, and he had the exact same type of hair like Michael's describing, that was kind of swooshed up and everything like that. He was kind of thinner, and it's just this whole vision of him is like perfectly like that. I liked him too. Done in by cats.
I didn't plagiarize Seinfeld. I've never seen an episode. True story.
I picture him as
Really?
a crazier version of the general store guy from Little House on the Prairie.
Never seen that
Oh,
either.
wow.
Oh
So I'm
yeah.
clear.
I hated that show, so I don't.
Yeah,
remember.
I'm totally clear. I never understood why anybody would watch anything that was called Little House on the Prairie.
Oh God, we watched all that shit. Walton's, Little House on the Prairie.
Was
All
it,
right. Let's get back to killing Yaker, though.
Okay.
no, let's go back to Little House on the Prairie. That's nicer.
All right, so
My new character's name is going to be Nell.
okay, so
Oh.
Yaker and Florence are headed south now. It's going to take you a few hours to get down to the train track.
Sounds like a perfect
Oh.
opportunity to go get a bowl of cereal.
Okay, so and the rest of us.
Then the
will-
train's not at 9.
we'll
okay.
I don't know how
find,
far any part thing is in this town.
Yeah,
No, but
I
we
didn't
talked
realize it
about
was
this
that far.
last episode. Yeah. No, remember because y'all went down to the mine. It's a little closer than, I mean, the rail station's actually a little further than the mine because it's off to the west. So
Oh, that's right.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
because
Yeah.
I met Quentin getting off
You
the
make
train.
this trip every week then.
Yeah, you'd think I would know how far it is. I do make this trip every week.
all right.
I mean,
What-
in relation to the map, it's like 10 house lengths away. So it's it's tough to get that 2-hour thing in there. you got an itch there, Michael? What's going on?
Michael's like, I wasn't aware that there was going to be any testing for this gaming. I thought that I could just make stuff up as I went.
But I don't even see the train station on the map because all I see is the pig farm. That's like the lowest.
Are you looking at the town map or the area map?
The area map?
Yeah, if you go to the
It's-
train stations to the west.
Yep,
I
it's
see,
just southwest of Intuition Rock.
Southwest. Yeah, I see the pig farm there. Is that the
Okay.
train station?
There's a little thing with fences around it. I'll
Yeah.
send you a screenshot.
Yeah, that's the pig farm, right?
No,
No,
the pig
no.
farm's north of town, isn't it? I think
No,
if
the
I
pig
remember.
farm's south of the tracks. The
really?
station's north of the tracks.
Oh, okay. I thought because it had a fence that was the pig farm. I see. That's the station.
Because that's a holding pen. So if you get off the train, your horses get off the train, anything like that, there's a little holding area.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Or if they're unloading livestock or
Yep.
something.
You got it.
Children.
I get it.
That too.
Children.
Mine workers. All right, what are y'all up to?
Well, Quentin and I are finding Harold, and then we're going to find Phil and mount an expedition to Gerald's.
Yeah, I think we're heading to
Yeah, I'm on board with that.
we're hitting the road.
Okay. All right, so they're headed south. So they'll get to the train station. Or how are y'all headed north to Gerald's?
Horseback.
I was going to say, do we have horses? I don't know if all of us have horses.
Phil and I have horses.
Well, we heard about your lame
yeah,
horses.
I don't think Phil's horse is doing too well. I don't think anybody's riding Phil's horse.
Oh shit! I forgot. Well, you can rent horses by the day.
No, yeah, was it Yaker? Who got the extra horse? Somebody got an extra horse when they brought me back.
Yaker does have a horse.
Yeah.
Did we use a horse and cart when we went out the first time? No, I can't remember.
No, we had my horse, but it was just packing, so we were walking next to it.
Is there a deputy horse?
No, there's a stable where you can rent horses.
I would think a deputy be able to rent a horse real good like.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Yaku rents a horse every Saturday, so I mean, I think we can easily find a couple.
Well, you know, the police, take a car, and I have to take this car, and you know.
Oh yeah, flash your badge.
Yeah, you do that. Yeah, sorry, I have to take this horse.
Yeah. Did you just make a Tijuana joke?
Is that a scone you're eating? I'll have to confiscate that as well.
All right, what's up?
Oh, go ahead. I in addition to that, I know we need a horse, but we also need to make sure that we have enough supplies for our trip up. I just need to make sure that we bring enough food, staples, and if we need to go to Lloyd's, we're very close. So
who's running Lloyd's now? Who's keeping? Did Lloyd have any can?
For fuck's sake! People are going to be looting that shit.
Yeah, there's going to be nothing left.
Okay, actually, I know where to get a horse.
We got to lock it up before we go. We got to bar it up.
Sheriff Henry has a horse, right?
Yeah, but it's not there.
Oh, he done absconded.
Has he been around recently since this morning with the whole Harold incident?
Well, he saw you. That's where y'all saw him.
Yeah,
you went.
But has he been around since then? I mean.
Since he deputized you?
It's only been a couple minutes, hasn't it?
He hasn't been around.
He's got no responsibility anymore. He just handed it off to you.
He found didn't he say that it was like having a target on your back?
Yep. He found some patsy to take over for him, and he's out.
Well, this is interesting. Huh? He's not around.
What do our investigators do next as they ponder the possibilities?
I was going to say, start thinking he's not around. So go back into the office and look for some more good. I did get a rifle, a nice good rifle there. Make sure the place is locked up good. I say, Beau, would you come to the sheriff's office?
How do you make sure that it's locked up good?
I don't know. I have to see if I can find a key. If it does lock, I don't know. Did these places have locks on the doors?
Yeah, I mean, I would think that they could.
Yeah, with
potentially.
If you've got a prisoner in the cell, you don't want his buddies coming in and trying to break him loose.
Yeah. Do a little search roll to spot hidden to see if you find a set of keys.
I asked Beau, would you accompany me on a little mission into the sheriff's office?
Oh yeah. You want to help me with my spot hidden, or?
I got a 45. What do you got?
I got a 56.
Let's help you.
Okay, let me re-roll that. I got a 56. Just made it.
All right, so what you find is a nail on the wall that seems like the perfect place to hang a ring of keys.
Oh, that's some bitch, and it's not there?
Ain't there.
That fake sheriff is up to no good, Quentin.
I don't like it. Let's make a little trip over to the general store and do a little ad hoc lock on this door.
I'm gonna grab a pistol to go along with my shotgun.
Help yourself, my friend. Help yourself. You're deputized. By the way, I hand him a badge.
Yeah, what the hell? I put the badge on.
Do you want us to leave a bowl by the door full of badges?
That's hilarious. The two strangers that come to town and then they're the law suddenly.
I do deputize you in the name of Bloodstonie Lawish type things. Take care of the town.
Yep. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Deputy. Amen.
Hey, did y'all see the note on the priest that used $125,000 in parishioner money to buy drugs for his sex parties.
Wow.
It's in Italy. Great article.
Sounds like
Anyway.
an old-fashioned pope, a Medici pope.
Yeah, it I couldn't have put it in an episode and made it sound better than the
Now,
true
when you
story.
say note on him, they killed him and left a note on him?
No. Like the article. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead. All right. So you're deputized now, Beau.
Yep. And I said, I believe we have free reign over this.
I mean,
over this building.
I'm there too. Can I? Do I?
Oh, we didn't know you were there.
Oh, you're so fucking creepy, Philip.
No, we said we were going up. I wanted to go to Lloyd's, lock up
Okay.
his place, get
Hey,
supplies.
Philip.
Well, I see.
Philip
You got
got
your
his badge
face.
too.
You got your face pressed against the window. You're sort of fogging up the glass, and I poke my head out and go, Phil, come on in. We're giving away
Philip
10
wants to be a
stars in
deputy.
here. Come and get yourself one.
It's like, hey guys, prisoners look tasty.
Oh, God.
Now, with this star comes a great responsibility.
Ooh, fancy.
I thought you were going to say with this star comes absolutely no responsibility.
That's what I meant. I was being sarcastic.
Thanks there, Beau, Quentin. So I think we should partake in some of these fine supplies. That's what Lloyd would want, and then we buckle all this up.
Yeah, then we just board it up. Before
Board
we
it
go.
up.
I'll grab as much ammunition as I can, and I'll
Yeah.
put it in my saddlebags.
Make a spot hidden, Beau, as you go to steal the ammunition.
Hey, I'm the fucking deputy. I ain't stealing nothing. I'm a rightful deputy stealing from a fake sheriff.
Yeah, as you go to pack up ammunition.
Okay. A spot hidden, you say?
Yeah,
Oh, 2.
there you go.
Jeez.
Oh, 2.
You notice that there is significantly less ammunition here than there should be.
Fuck.
Almost like the amount of ammunition there is to make you think that there's ammunition for you to steal, but there's really not that much.
Now, is it the same amount, Quentin? Is this the same amount of ammunition you saw when you came in here?
That's why I tried to recollect earlier when I first looked through it before I found the note and grabbed the rifle. Does things seem different at all?
No, nothing different than when Quentin was there.
Okay,
I
then
just
I'll say,
I forgot to make Quentin make the spot hidden roll,
Oh,
so
okay.
you're making it. Yeah.
So I say,
Okay.
Quentin, for the amount of weaponry they got in this here cabinet, there ain't nearly enough ammunition.
Mm.
And
I think
I don't think there would be an understocked sheriff's office when Squeaks has got all the ammunition you could want just a short walk away.
Yeah, it's true. I believe we have a sheriff who has absconded this material and is off.
Yeah, but what does he need with all that weaponry?
Good.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's part of some sort of gang. We
Could
better
be.
keep our eyes peeled.
More than
Look
peeled.
for dust on the horizon.
Who are those guys following us? Absolutely. I agree, Beau. There's something very curious going on in here, and I'm not sure what side they're playing on this sheriff. And we know he's a wanted man, and he's not who he's supposed to be.
All right, so now to Lloyd's so that Philip can get some food supplies, and
Yeah.
we can board up Lloyd's and check and see if there's a cat in the trap.
Cat in the
Cat
trap.
What was your trap contraption?
It was a
Oh God.
oh Jesus, that's terrifying. It was sort of like the those wire mesh live traps.
Okay. All right.
But sort
All
of
right,
cross
let's,
between that and like the fishing ones that are like two cones.
And
Sort of a
you
cross
put
between those
you
two
put
things.
catnip in a can of beans in the center.
No, we
No.
put did we put a
Lloyd's
piece of
tongue.
Lloyd in
You
there?
put a tug.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah.
All right,
I'll
let's
load it on
go.
supplies.
Why don't y'all go visit Lloyd's? Then we'll take a break and
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So I guess we see Harold there. You'd mentioned wanting to like lock up Lloyd's.
Yep.
So we'll all collect there.
Okay. So is there a
Even
cat in the
even
trap?
if we have to board the place up.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is we'll just board it up if we can't lock it.
Yeah.
It's gonna take you a while though. Are you gonna be okay with that, Harold?
I don't know how long it would take. We're just throwing some boards over the doors, right?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
The
yeah.
store must have a way to lock it. He wouldn't leave it unlocked.
But probably from
Yeah,
the
you-
inside, unless there's a key sitting around.
Well, maybe we can lock it from the inside and climb out a window.
But then somebody could climb in that window to
Well,
steal stuff.
You think he never left the place?
Maybe.
Well, he lives upstairs,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
All right.
Anywho,
Yep. So
All right.
however we can do it.
Okay, so you get over to Lloyd's, and who wants to make the luck roll for how bad it's looted?
me, I've got 70 luck, 70 luck. Wait, do I have
Here
70
comes
luck?
75.
I do.
Yes,
Here
I
come-
have 70 luck.
Here comes a 98.
70 luck. Got a 63.
Okay. All right. So it's it's been looted a little bit more, but who was that shot people?
Phil shot someone
Yeah.
in the foot.
Yeah. Philip's shooting out front scared a lot of the people off, and
Good job.
Yeah,
man.
good job, Philip.
yeah. So there's not too much that's happened. So you can probably stock up on a few things that you need.
Okay, while Phil is stocking up, I'll try to see if I can figure out whether the front and back doors are lockable and hammer, even just a single board across the bottom sash of the window to keep someone
Well,
from.
is Harold? You were gonna check the cat traps though, right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a look and see if there's a cat in the trap.
So we'll multitask,
right.
try to get this all.
Roll your mechanical repair to see what you got in there.
Holy shit. That's an even more extreme success. That's a 9.
Woo, he's on fire today.
Wait till
is the cat.
it's life threatening.
Right,
It's gonna
yeah,
be a
exactly.
98.
Yeah, until I
All
get
right.
a spot hidden roll.
You can take the narrative. You tell me what you find in there.
So I think at this point, I don't want to find a cat in there. So I would see that there's a cat interested. But as soon as we come in, the cat sort of scurries back. So I can kind of tell as soon as it gets a little while, it's going to go in, because I don't want a cat sitting in there for half the day while I'm out rescuing other animals. I don't want another animal to rescue.
All right. Just remember that the next time you go to check the trap, that extreme success will hold the trap for what you want it to do.
Okay, sweet.
Okay. So that if I, am off and tell you to roll again, you can be like, no asshole. I got that 9.
Yeah. What are the chances of me actually remembering that? But we'll see.
I'm writing it down.
Oh, you're the best.
Uh-huh. She's gonna kill you before you actually get to try and look at the trap.
Probably true. She's on a
All right. This is a good place to break. Y'all
Okay.
lock up Lloyd's,
Are we
Florence
on the train at this point?
Florence and Yacker. I was gonna say you hear the whistle in the background right as you arrive. The train's probably a quarter to half a mile away.
You hear the whistle blowing, you hang your head and cry.
Nice.
Not
well
quite your
played,
key,
Beau.
is it, Beau?
Oh, my key. My range is like that.
Florence, I just want you to note that Yacker's sweating a lot. He's very pale. And
Well, I hope you make it, Yacker.
and Yacker, your arm's just throbbing something fierce.
Oh boy.
I'll see you on the
Alright.
other side of break.
All righty.
All right.
All right, take a break. We'll be back in 5.
Can we do that one more time?
All right, now we're really back from break. Michael, get started.
All right. So the train's rolled into the station, and Florence and Yacker, you've boarded the train as about the time that Harold and Beau and Quentin and Philip are getting just south of Gerald's house. It's in view, and I'm not quite sure how they got there. They were arguing about Philip's horse, so maybe they went to rent a horse. Or Quentin, did you sequester a horse?
Sure, why not? That's what
All
a
right.
deputy would do.
Okay. And so, Florence, you're helping Yaker onto the train and make
Oh, of
us.
course. Just want to say, of course, we're getting these horses for, and we're going to be searching for that poor lost child that was taken away by the bat creatures.
Okay. And
Ish.
as you get onto the train, Florence, make an intelligence roll.
I made it, but just barely, which is kind of ridiculous considering my intelligence is 90.
Yeah. All right. So that means you almost like blew up the train with you and Yaker on it.
Almost.
Okay. It's crowded. It's unusually crowded for a Thursday, but Yaker in his ill health is consuming most of your attention, so you don't really pay attention to why. All right. So what do y'all do while you're getting on the train?
Yaker, you're
Try not
looking
to throw up.
pretty rough.
Mm.
I'm glad you decided to make this trip. I'm sure they can patch you up at the hospital.
I'm really hoping so. I hope that I don't have to take my arm off.
Let's see if we can get you an aisle seat so you can breathe a little bit.
Yeah, and maybe a nice little bag to throw up into if those have been invented yet.
Bags or barf bags in specific?
Barf bags specifically.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably what you're.
Are there any seats towards the front of the carriage, Carol? Train car? I don't know, whatever the word for that is.
I think it's called choo-choo.
No.
Sure, I'm not even going to make you roll on that. If you want
Okay.
a seat at the front of the train, you got a seat at the front of the train.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so and as soon as the train gets going, I'm just curling up and I'm falling asleep.
Okay.
And I'd just like to ask, since I take the same train every Thursday, do I recognize any of the people on the train?
I mean, it's not really a commuter rail, so you're going to be one of the few people, but do you mean like, do you recognize somebody from town?
No, I actually meant like if there was anyone else that I saw every week, even if they were just familiar to me because of that, or I guess anyone from town. I'm thinking if I recognize anyone, I might ask them why the train is so full.
Yeah, make a spot hidden roll.
Okay. That is a success of some sort. That is actually an extreme success that I wasted on recognizing a person in a train.
Of course it is. All right, so we got to give you something good then. We'll give you this. About a week ago, you had a rough-looking character come into the bookstore, and he was asking for not quite awkwardly, but not with the best manners either, if you might have had any of them books with the naked ladies in them. And
great. So glad to see him again.
And but he was
So let's go ask him what's going on with the train.
Hang on. He was a really rough looking character, made you feel quite uncomfortable while he was in the bookstore. And but you were your usual self, trying to maybe persuade him to look into another book or something. And in that time, you asked him where he was from, and he told you that he worked at the mine as a handler. And it just kind of stands out all of a sudden as you, with this extreme success, you see him sitting among a bunch of, you realize it's a lot of women and there's a few children in there too.
Okay. Well, I'd like to go over and talk to him. Just say, excuse me, sir. I don't know if you remember me, but you were in my shop a few weeks back in Bloodstone. I sell
What do you want?
books and, well, I'm sorry to bother you.
Well, you
I
are.
take, well, I take this train every week and it's usually pretty empty.
I
And
didn't ask for your damn life story. What do you want?
why are there so many people on the train today, sir?
Hell if I know. Maybe they wanted to ride a goddamn train.
He seems nice.
Well, turn to the woman beside him and say, "Are you with this man?"
And he snaps at you and says, you just shut the fuck up and go mind your own goddamn business. Go get in your goddamn seat.
Am I hearing any of this?
Are you,
No, he said there was more than one woman and a bunch of children, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yaker, you need an extreme listen because you went to sleep.
I mean, depending on how long it was, I put my head down. I don't know if I'd fallen asleep.
Yeah, but you ain't feeling so hot, buddy. You can make a listen roll, see if you hear, but make a listen roll.
No.
Yeah, you sure?
What the hell are you chewing on, Rick?
I got a 77.
I thought it was a carrot at first.
It is. It looks like a
Okay.
horseshoe-shaped
Okay.
carrot.
Oh.
All right, let's roll with it, Florence.
Okay.
So,
Great.
okay.
So I'm sorry if that was unclear, but I was actually not talking to you anymore. Ma'am, are you with this man?
And I told you to shut the fuck up and go find your own goddamn seat. I am here to escort this lady. And if you keep bothering her, I'm going to put a bullet right between your damn eyes. And by the looks of you, it ain't going to let you walk too far.
Right here in the middle of a crowded train, you're threatening me.
I sure the fuck am.
Is anyone else around paying any attention to this exchange?
Make a psychology roll.
Okay.
And as this exchange is going on, you feel the train start to move.
I missed my psychology roll.
All right. You're kind of like so taken aback by how direct he's being and how confrontational he is. You personally feel like you might not be safe in continuing this line of conversation.
Well, in that case, before I retreat, can I just look at this group of women and children? This might be another psychology roll, but it's not a push because it's a different question. Do they look, okay. Not about my safety, about do they look
That was that was the failure, was that you weren't able to assess their condition.
I thought you were saying I felt unsafe and needed to, I didn't even, okay.
No, I'm saying that because you failed the roll, right, instead of being able to assess their condition, which is what I felt like the roll was for, you're only able to focus on your own personal security because of how you're feeling right now.
Oh, okay.
I thought you got an extreme success. And I thought, wow,
I got an
if
extreme
that's
success
an extreme
on
success.
She
I got an extreme success on recognizing someone.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I just happened to recognize someone who's an asshole.
Oh.
But when I asked about people around me noticing, I meant like, I don't know, would anybody in the West care that a man was threatening a woman in the middle of a crowded train?
Seems like they probably would.
You would think so, but that's not happening at the moment.
Okay. So that role was both for the other people and for the women and children that he, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because those are the other people around you. There's a few other dudes. You don't recognize them.
Okay.
But yeah, like that's part of the failure of that role, right? Is like,
Fair enough.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm just going to turn around and leave because what else can I really say to that man?
Okay.
And sorry.
No, go ahead. Do you
Well-
want? Yeah, I was.
You
gonna
could
give-
wake Yaker and I'll shoot
Well,
him.
that's the thing. I was waiting to see if anything else was happening as I was leaving before I go back and try to wake Yaker. Hopefully you won't shoot him, but
Okay.
Well, Yocker's got 1 foot in the grave. He doesn't care.
I know.
Come on, Emily, say it. I'm your Huckleberry.
No. That was last week.
Okay. All right. So what do you do?
So I'm gonna return to my seat
Okay.
and I will nudge Yaker softly in the non-injured arm.
Oh, careful, my arm. I don't
And you
feel too good, Florence.
wait, hang on, Yaker. I'll let you moan and groan in a second. As you walk away, you do hear him kind of muttering, not so under his breath. God damn nosy motherfucking people. Don't worry, where you're going, ain't nobody gonna bother you like that.
Wonderful.
He's not saying that to you. He's saying it to someone around him.
No, I understand that.
Yeah. Okay.
So when you said he worked at the mine, did I know that? Did he tell me when he came into the store?
You were able to deduce it
Okay.
through some. That's part of your extreme success, is that you were able to figure out his backstory a little bit through. He didn't strike you as the brightest chap in the world, and you're probably, were able to assess from that story that he's some sort of hired muscle. He's not a miner. I
Okay.
should have made that clear from your success too. Some sort of hired muscle by the mine.
Yeah, you said he was a handler.
Yeah. Okay, good. Good.
Yeah. Yaker, you awake? Sorry.
I'm awake.
I know you're not
feel
feeling
too
well.
good.
Do you see, I assume we're in the same car, and like if I point to the back of his head or something, Yaker being on the.
Well, you walked backwards, so you would have to
walked
turn
backwards.
and point.
Oh
Because
shit.
you walked to the front of the coach, and you saw him as you walked to the front of the coach. So
Oh no, but we sat in the front of the coach.
right, that's what I'm saying. So if you saw that, so you walked
Okay,
past
it doesn't
him.
actually matter. I won't point.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
No, I'm just letting you know that if you, that's why I'm giving you the option. If you point to him, you're going to be pointing to his face, not the back of his head.
I don't think I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Yaker, I just need to tell you that I spoke to a man on the train because I recognized him. He was in my shop a few weeks ago. I just wanted to know what was going on because it's so full today and it's a little strange. And this seems to be a trend in my life. He threatened me. He said he was going to shoot me out of the blue. There were a bunch of women and children with him. They did not have the opportunity to speak to me because he would not let them speak. And I know he's associated with the mine, and this may be a crazy leap, but what if these are some of our missing women and children?
I wish I felt better. I could go back and talk to him.
I think.
I thought you were gonna say, I wish I felt better, so I'd give a fuck.
Oh, Yaker always cares.
I know you need to go straight to the hospital when you arrive, but I think I
I
might
wonder if there's any way we could follow him safely.
try to follow them. You read my mind when they get off the train.
But I can't leave you to follow him, and I'll have to go with you because that's dangerous.
I mean, I'll be careful.
No, but stuff happens. Next thing you know, you've rolled a 92 and you're in trouble.
Well, we'll see how you feel when you get there, but I have a feeling you should head straight for the hospital. You seem to be getting worse pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's almost like there's this power above us, just hoping against hope that
Just
the world will
shitting
end
on
for
you left and
poor
right.
Yaker.
I'm sure you're going to be fine, but you need to rest and you need to get to that hospital as soon as possible. And I may try to follow this man.
Well, let's see how I feel. And I'm going back to sleep. So I'm just going to close my eyes and I'm going to say, and don't go back and talk to him, please, because I don't want him to do nothing to you.
Okay.
Was that?
Was that a snore?
Fucking weird.
All right. Okay, so we'll pause there on your train ride and we'll go to
Sure.
Harold, Beau, Quentin, and the chipmunk.
Chipmunk?
Yeah. All right.
I don't get it.
So y'all are riding up towards Gerald's place, and who's the keen-eyed member of the group?
Well, we know it's not Harold.
I've got a pretty good spot hidden. Or
Yeah, you don't need to roll. I just want to know who's keen-eyed.
I'm pretty keen-eyed.
I'm fairly keen-eyed. I've been out in the wilderness.
Oh, okay.
We're both wilderness dudes.
There you go. So Philip and Beau, as y'all are riding up, you notice horses tied up to the front of Gerald's house, and you look over to Quentin and Harold and say, there are horses here before? Did y'all leave horses behind?
And I was like, do any of them look like the sheriff's horse?
You wouldn't know
what did the sheriff. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were asking me for some reason.
Yeah, you wouldn't know what the sheriff's horse looks like.
I mean, but is there a horse with like a hat and a
star
and like a badge?
Oh no, it has a red light on top of its head.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
How many horses?
There's 2.
Okay.
It's just 2. So if we come at this smart, we'll probably get the jump on them.
So I say, boys, look, it's relatively about 50 yards from the house. Tie our horses to the fence outside, and then we split up to the windows.
Now y'all who have been here before, is there a side of the house that don't have windows?
That's what I'm trying to remember the layout of the house.
I do not remember that.
Yeah, the house has windows to the front facing, so the direction y'all are coming from, and back facing. It didn't have any side
to
windows.
the side.
Okay, well, let's just swing wide, and we'll come at it from one of the sides.
Yeah, coming from back. We want to come up from the side, split up, and then peek it. We need to peek in the windows from the front.
The only reason I seen it, or Phil's seen it, I seen it too, was because we have eagle eyes. So.
That's right, eagle eye Beau. That's what we call him.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
those eagle eyes have kept Philip Donner out of all types of trouble.
And we call him.
I would make the argument that Quentin, since you know this sheriff fella, that you approach once we're there, you approach from the front, and maybe with somebody, and the other 2 of us can come from the back. And if there's trouble, then we bust in and give him what for.
Quentin, make a sneak roll.
Ooh.
Stealth, I mean. Sorry, stealth.
I thought my stealth was pretty good. Oh yeah, my stealth is fantastic.
Oh, good.
A spy and all. I needed 70, and I got a 93.
Okay. All right.
Where are you sneaking?
I guess we're just being quiet, moving towards the house quietly from different angles.
No, okay. No, I was still on my horse. I'm going to swing wide on the horse, and then come in at it from the side where they couldn't see me unless they were outside. Does that make sense? That's what I'm doing.
That makes great sense. Yeah. Yep. Apparently, Quentin.
Well, I stayed out of sight of them until I came. And then I come right up on the side.
Arguably, I'd be there with you, Beau.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I'll go around the other side.
So it's not bad if they see you, Quentin, because he knows that he deputized you. If it's him, even.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So don't know. So move towards the front of the house on foot, and if there's a tree nearby, go by the tree and take a better look, and I'll call out. What the hell? It's the Quentin way. I say, anyone in there? I see some horses outside. There should be 2 of you. It's Quentin Berry. I'm just looking into a situation that's occurred here.
Deputy Quentin Berry.
Oh, thank you, Deputy Quentin Berry.
I'm sure that's gonna help.
And
I use a bullhorn. Deputy Quentin Berry, come out with your hands on your front.
And you hear an awfully familiar voice from inside the house that says, Deputy Barrett, why don't you leave your firearms outside and approach the front door?
I said, "Is that you, Sheriff? Why would you want me to do that, my friend?"
You're damn straight, Deputy Barry.
And I said, "Well," I said, "No," and I ducked for a tree.
Okay. And there's a skinny tree, but a tree nonetheless.
Mhm.
And
Duck the tree and get down on the ground flat. We know our war stuff.
oh boy. You're not quite fast enough though. As you hear a crack, and I'm looking for my D6. Oh, there we go.
A D4 will do in a pinch.
A
Let me guess.
D4
And he
will do in a
shoots them
pinch?
full of
Yeah.
rusty cutlery.
Okay. He catches you in the shoulder, not in the full shoulder, but like the fleshy outer part of the arm, and spins you around in the tree. You take 2 points of damage.
Okay.
Oh, good move, Quentin. I mean, he would have killed you outright if you had kept walking without your weapons.
That's right, son of a bitch. And I got my rifle, and I'm damn good with a rifle. And I'm gonna look for his stinking head, roll and pop a shot back quickly. And I call out his real name. What was his real name again?
Bobby Two-Tone.
Bobby McGlinn.
Bobby
Okay.
McGlinn. Listen, Bobby McGlinn, you'll pay for that. As we take you down, and I say "we" really loud.
Yeah.
We take you down. And
Come on! Why are you throwing us under the bus? We're sneaking.
It
Don't
would
worry
be
about
under
it.
the horse in this situation, but yeah. So we'll.
Yep, threw us under the stampede.
That fell so flat. I can't even. Yeah, so presumably we would have heard this as well, Keeper.
So how far?
Yes.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
how far away is the house?
Oh, you're not too far out. You're about let's call it 40 feet.
40
Okay.
feet. Oh, that's not far at all.
Well,
Okay.
as soon as I hear the shot, I was swinging wide to stay
Mhm.
out of sight. As soon as I hear the shot, I'm just coming barreling down on the side of the house with my
Okay, and I'm gonna return fire with my rifle.
Okay.
If that's okay. I got a whopping 75 on rifle use, and I rolled a 13.
Holy crap.
That is that's an extreme success.
All right.
That's good
Roll
timing.
for damage.
So this was one of the sheriff's rifles, so it was a pretty damn good one. So I don't know what the damage on that one would be.
Yeah, I rolled pretty light against you. Mine probably should have been a little heavier too.
I think Rick has a rifle.
Yeah, I have one too.
Yeah, just copy the stats from
Yeah,
that because
the
they
Winchester.
don't vary much. In
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Where's mine?
So what do you got there? What do you got there, Philip, for your rifle damage?
So mine's 2d6.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, then in that case, you should have taken 6 damage, Quentin.
Okay.
He might have clipped you a little harder and the shoulder spun you around.
Okay, so that puts me down 6, down to 7. All right. Quentin's hurting. All right. Well, with my extreme success, does that do anything different?
Probably get a you know what?
No, I don't. Think
Headshot.
I don't think there's a
No,
bonus.
it just gives you, it's basically the equivalent because he's undercover
Mm-hmm.
right behind the window and stuff. So it's at least a hard success to hit him.
Okay.
So
I'll
let's
roll
see
my
what
die
yeah.
6 twice. So I got a 6. And I got a 4. 10 points.
and as you hit, there's a little spray of red up in the air, and you see him disappear.
Like magically?
No,
Sounded-
like he felt like his head was above the window, right? He was like set up on the window frame.
Oh, I thought he was out on the porch.
No,
Yeah,
sorry, my bad. As a
Oh,
He
keeper.
actually
Okay.
he fell into a big magic top hat. It just disappeared entirely.
Nice. Winchester 76 or carbine. That's a faster shooter. So
Yeah.
oh, it's a 2d6 plus 3. Gee, so that would have been 13 points of damage.
Okay, well then you have to take 3 extra points of damage too. You're
Okay,
shooting the same rifle he did.
that works.
So that might not have been so good, Philip.
So
I'm down to
So,
4. So Quentin's almost dead.
presumably we've made it to the side of the house at this point, Keeper.
Sure.
I was barreling down. As soon as I get to the side of the house, I'm going to jump off the horse because time is of the essence for me. With my shotgun, I come around the front side of the house and just look to see if anyone's there. Did anyone come out on the front porch?
So you're like on the side of the house, right?
I'm on
You're
the
not going
side of the
through
house. Yep, boom, jump off the horse, run to the front corner of the house.
There's
Stay low, whip it
yeah.
around, see if there's someone I can shoot.
There's just some drops of blood that came out over the windowsill. Not a lot, right? Because most of the blood would have gone backwards, but there was a little bit that sprayed forwards.
Okay, then I'm just going to stay there until, because I know the other fellas are coming from the other side, or maybe I forget. No, I think Harold said he'd do the other side.
Harold
I'm
was
doing the
there,
other
but I
side of
was
the
with
house.
you.
So I wait for Phil to join me and wait until I can see
Yep. So
what Harold does.
I whisper to Beau and I go, "Hey, Beau, I'm gonna blow a hole in the side of this fucking house."
Okay, well, you probably should do it through the back then, because I'm on the, you and I are on this side, Harold's on the other side. We don't want to blow ourselves up. I see there's glass on the front, so there's a broke out window.
Yeah. I was thinking of lighting it and throwing it in.
Okay. Well, we
That's
better
it.
get the, okay, you do that.
Is that okay? Is that
Well, I don't know. We don't know what Harold's doing.
I don't think we have this much time for a conversation. So
Yeah,
I think
we
I'm just gonna
do.
do it. Do we?
What?
Do we have
Yes. What the hell? Why do we have to go running for the dynamite?
What? Because
Let's wait.
Look at Quentin is literally behind this tree. You see him? He's got a filleted pork shoulder over there.
Yeah, now he's laying on the ground, so he's harder to hit.
I guess that's fair. Well,
I just want to wait.
And commotion.
No, you don't really understand what dynamite does, do you? You ever fire off a stick of dynamite?
I think a single stick, you side of the house, you blow the side of the house down. You're gonna disrupt whatever's going on.
And then the glass and the wood is hitting us, and the
Doesn't it always go
concussive
up every
force
house?
and all that. Jeez Louise. But
In
I just
every
want to wait.
Cthulhu
I just
game,
want to wait and
house
see
is
what Harold's doing.
Okay.
Just give a second to see what he's doing.
Want me to give a second? I'll give it a second.
Then
I'll
we
go to the
can,
back.
if we see him, well, be careful.
I'll wrap around the back, my rifle at the ready, and I'll look to see if I see anybody and if I see Harold. How's that? Is that fair?
Okay, stay low.
You would see
And if I-
Harold on the far corner of the back, just tucked around the back, covering the back of the house.
That's what I was
somebody,
That's what
if
I
y'all
was
are taking this much time, somebody make a listen roll.
hoping. 15. That's a success of something.
Yeah, and you hear a voice from inside the house, and it says, it's a very upstanding voice in its accent, and
Is it Lord Fauntleroy, the owner of the mine?
no. It says out loud. It says, to the would-be assassins outside, is there a reason that you're shooting at me? You have assassinated a fine, upstanding sheriff who was trying to do his duty. I would like you to announce your intentions to me.
So is that the
We
voice?
keep our mouths shut. I know Quentin wants to run off with the. Quentin, go ahead if you want to yell at him.
No, I just want to know if Quentin recognizes the voice.
No.
Do I recognize the voice?
Okay.
No.
Do I recognize the voice?
Yeah, you do actually. No, you don't.
Okay. I let Philip know to show Harold the dynamite. so he knows what your intention is.
Okay. All right. So I take the dynamite stick out and go.
I go.
Harold.
Well, I do more than that. I'm gonna hop on my
Hold on.
horse.
We're gonna do this? I don't know who this guy is. Do you know who this guy is?
It don't matter. He's involved with someone who shot Quentin.
Maybe the guy though had this guy hostage.
Seems unlikely. You just called him a fine, upstanding sheriff.
Oh, fair point. Let's blow the fucker's house up.
Yeah, I was gonna say you guys think too much.
Jeez, yeah. So
Just go.
I'm hopping on my horse and hightailing it out of the range of any shrapnel.
My horse is a ways out of range, so I'm just hitting the dirt.
Okay.
And I'm going to the side of the house we were at. I'm actually just gonna go and put a stick of dynamite at the base of it, and I'm gonna then run out, straight perpendicular behind Beau from that. With the goal here that we blow the side of the house and create a precocious sort of, Midlands going on inside the house. And...
Yeah. Okay, well.
No? Should I
Just do it.
I didn't know what you had in mind. Okay.
Just do something.
I don't want to necessarily kill. It's gonna probably kill people.
Philip, just do something.
Blow the fucking place up with as
something.
much dynamite as you have.
I got a stick. I do that.
Philip, do you by any chance
ain't gonna do anything.
Do you by any chance have lots of them strapped to your chest?
So wait, a stick of dynamite is 4 M80s, right? Isn't an M80 a quarter stick of dynamite?
Yeah.
In theory, yeah.
I thought it was an eighth.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, it's an eighth?
I
Yeah.
think.
Okay, I think you're good with a stick.
I mean, I've seen a half stick go off, and holy shit.
But yeah, just remember there's no windows, so it's just going to be going after solid wood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's not going to do as much damage.
I really just wanted to sort of create some sort of explosion that fractures some timbers, creates enough discharge inside that then we could storm it.
just do it.
Yeah, see,
Exactly.
yeah, none of us know that plan, but do it.
Fair enough. That's what I do.
All right, I'm just looking up the value of
We did a
dynamite
lot
here.
of talking, but no planning.
No, it's okay. That's good. That's the best way. And a claymore mine, assault rifle, explosives, dynamite stick. Holy fuck!
And a Spangler Circus peanut.
Oh yeah.
Roll 4d10.
Oh, but against wood?
Oh man,
What's the strength of a wooden
I don't think
side
with,
of a building?
I don't think with dynamite, especially where he's located that stick, it's gonna matter.
Why, yes, I will have a Spangler Circus peanut, the unofficial sponsor of this podcast.
Because they're
I
delicious.
got a 4, a 7, a 3, and a 7.
Okay, so 18 and 20. So 21?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So tell me exactly, you wedge it under the house. I presume you light the stick and you're running away?
Yeah, I'm on the horse behind Beau, galloping away like the fucking Zorro over here.
Okay, and make a luck roll to go with that.
Yeah, you're
Falls off his horse immediately.
I got a 56, which my luck's 70, so I make that.
All right. So you and Beau go galloping off. Harold, you were ducked behind the house. Am I correct in this assumption?
A
On
little
the
ways
other
away.
side.
Okay.
On the other side.
Yeah, so I'm on the opposite corner.
Okay.
But like,
So-
10, 20 feet away.
All right.
Plus, you also said you hit the ground.
Yeah, I hit the ground.
So in a race of adrenaline and wind, as you're tearing off across the open land there with the fuse doing its little tss, and then all of a sudden, I mean, there's just an earth rocking boom, right? And Quentin, what were you looking at when that boom went off?
Me, I duck. I was gonna say from cannons going off and such like that, you duck and cover.
Yeah. All right. So there's a huge cloud of sand and wood shards that fly up into the air. The tree blocks most of it, but you're covered in dust. Your shoulders hurting a ton too. Harold, it's enough to like barrel you over, right? It just knocks, you just lose your balance. and the whole house shakes and starts to fall in. And right now you can't see much. There's just a cloud of dust and debris.
Okay, Phil, we need to swing around
Uh,
outside of range. We don't want to come at that opening in case there's someone still alive.
so Quentin stands up and rushes towards the house into the dirt and debris with his rifle in front of him. Charge.
I'm going to swing around and to Harold's side and make sure he's okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll mount an attack from the back.
Oh, I was going to say, Quentin might have a quote.
Is the back of the house still intact?
Yeah, it is.
Here's a
it's
perfect
kind of-
one. Okay, so Quentin pulls out a quote from Moby Dick and gets up and like an infantry charge into the dust as it's settling, because you want to get the jump on your foe. And he screams and he yells out, "I am past scorching, not easily canst thou scorch a scar," as he runs into the fire and his rifle ready to blaze.
Can you just make a luck roll on that one, big guy?
Absolutely. Actually, my luck is pretty good. So
Yeah.
Oh my God, a 7.
All right. So you find your way right into the house, and there's dust everywhere. You're kind of coughing, but you cover your mouth with your shirt, and you look over in the corner, and there's a headless body. You assume that's probably where your Winchester rifle took his head off. And then
I want the reward.
What's that?
I want the reward.
And blown across the room is another body, and it looks like the explosion. You're not sure, but it might have killed him.
Might have killed him?
Yeah, like from the impact of being thrown against the wall and then hitting the floor.
One way to make sure that
Quentin quickly solves the might have problem.
Okay. So you shoot him?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Is he dead now?
I guess, make a roll for it. I guess we'll make it legit.
In case it backfires. A 71. So yes.
Okay. And then whatever damage you would roll at that point would finish him off.
He had it coming.
Where did you shoot him?
Go for right through the chest. Why not?
Okay. All right.
I wonder if he's supernatural.
Well, I was going to say, does he look anything like Gerald?
Pete the poet?
No, in fact, y'all got to remind me. I got to do a better job of describing these people.
That's fine.
He's very nicely dressed, and
was.
Now he has a hole in his silken shirt.
Still nicely dressed.
Yeah, blood stain on it. Got a bowler cap. Looks like quite the professional individual.
I take the bowler cap.
Okay.
Maybe he was a Pinkerton.
Yeah. So take the bowler cap, and I want to do a quick first aid on my shoulder.
Quick first aid. All right, give me a roll.
Yeah, my first aid's good, and I got a 67, so that's a regular success.
Okay. You're not able to do a hell of a lot, just with all the dust that's gotten in and stuff, but you're at least able to stuff it full of some of that silk shirt off the guy on the floor, and stop some of the bleeding.
That's a bandage, man.
Yeah.
So I check Harold.
You're pretty sure the bullet might still be in there, though.
Gotcha.
I swing around and see if Harold's still lucid.
Yeah, Harold will be moving toward the back of the house.
Okay. Yep. Then I hop off. I leave my horse on the side of the house, and I join Harold. Motion to Phil that we're okay. We don't know. I guess we would have heard Quentin shot from the inside, so we know there's still shooting going on.
I think inside is outside now.
Well, not necessarily.
No, the back of the house is still intact.
Yeah, blew off the side of the house. Yeah.
So I would bust the bottom board of that window with the butt of the gun, break that, and then rifle in the window.
In the back window?
Yep.
Is that what you're talking about? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And you do it, and you don't see anything in there.
Okay.
Is there a back door?
No, there's no back door.
Just one back window?
Yep.
Oh.
So I'm just there
Okay.
covering.
Okay.
Occasionally looking left and right to make sure nobody.
Okay.
sneaks
Well,
up
I'm
on me.
going to continue to sneak around till I get to the opening on the side of the house that's been blown out.
Okay.
Make
And-
sure the dust has settled enough that I'll be able to see. And
I mean, it's still pretty fresh. It's starting to clear up, but your
Well,
visibility's. I mean, let's see. Quentin's already in there.
well, I don't know that.
Right.
Sadly, I say what I was going to say. It's a house. I've got a scatter gun. I just spin around and fire.
Okay.
I didn't know Quentin was in there.
Yeah, Quentin, make a luck roll. You might kill Quentin off.
A good roll, 13.
Oh wow. All right, we'll give you that then. So there's buckshot goes flying through the house. It catches a bunch of loose boards and stuff, and you see one or two of them enter the guy's body on the floor in front of you, and you realize somebody's shooting a shotgun at you.
And I just call out, I was going to say, both Quentin would have been, he's in a state of mind of just moving forward. And
Yeah, and I'm the one with the shotgun, me and Yaker.
And you guys are outside coming in, and I just yell out, they're all dead in here. We have to move on to the animals.
Oh, Quentin, Jesus Christ, I didn't know you were in there. There's so much commotion.
No harm done. No harm done. Well, there was harm done, but mostly not to me.
Okay, well, I poke my head around the back and say, Harold, it's all clear. Quentin took care of him inside.
Okay. Then I will.
We have a
come
bit
around
of
the
a
front.
mess to clean up to get to the bedroom and to that entrance. I hope it's still working and it isn't blown apart.
Phil, it's all safe. We can come on in.
All right. So
Good work with that stick of tea and or tea.
I think I'm gonna make my new catchphrase, Dynamite, huh?
No. Mm-mm.
All right. So I guess I won't, and I'll just kind of come on in, tie my horse up.
Okay, so we've destroyed his study, because that was the side that had his study.
Yeah.
And
That
blah, blah,
was
blah.
the study,
So
yeah.
the bedroom was the other side, right?
Right. So there's there's books all over the floor and boards strewn all over. It wasn't a terribly sturdy roof, so there's boards hanging down now.
I do have a question though, Keeper.
Yeah.
There should be a third body. Gerald.
Yeah. He's not in there.
Okay.
What?
Dun dun dun.
And that's why I was like,
Dun, dun, dun.
fiend. I said, fiend. He'll have to be destroyed and blown back to the abyss where he comes from. And I turned the bow. I said, there was another dead body here, but I believe it may not.
Well, I was, I knew you had dynamite. I didn't know Phil was packing. Jeez, Louise. We can blow this, if we get down to the basement, I guess that's what you had planned. Figure we can blow this place to kingdom come.
Oh, no, we have animals to release.
Mhm.
Oh God, I hope we didn't hurt those goddamn animals. Oh Lord, we weren't even thinking about that. We totally lost track of that.
Some of us weren't thinking about that.
Poor Harold. No.
All right.
I do
so
want to
what-
just quickly pat
Yeah.
down Mr. Hoity-toity there and see if he has any form of identification on himself.
What he does have is a letter in his chest pocket, which is now kind of soaked in blood. And
Oh, and I take the sheriff badge off the sheriff and I put it on.
oh, okay, yeah, and that's the headless corpse, right?
Yeah.
And you identify him because he has the.
And how much
Sheriff.
does Quentin get? Like $100 for bringing the head back in?
He's
There's
not
a
bringing the head back in.
bounty on the guy, right?
The problem is there's no face left, so he's gonna have to convince somebody that is indeed who it is.
Didn't they have fingerprints back then?
Oh yeah, right there with orbit scans.
No, they had fingerprints. That was like the mid 1800s.
I was gonna,
But
Quentin,
then they would have to have a sample of his on file, which probably wasn't.
No.
I take if he had a distinguishing article.
Oh my God.
Article of clothing. I'm taking that.
Fingerprints were first used in 1892.
Wow.
Oh, I thought it was earlier than that.
We ain't there yet. Ain't that type of technology.
Mhm.
Um,
Well, I take a
so-
sheriff badge. That's distinguishing enough.
okay.
Good enough for me.
All right. And then Harold, you got a note out of his chest pocket, out
Okay.
of Mr. Hoity-Toity's chest pocket.
Okay. What does the note say?
It says, "Dear Jonathan, please come post haste. I am being stalked by members of the town and I feel my safety is in danger. Bring the sheriff with you and help me to protect my my property. I have most recently been assaulted by 2 men and 1 woman." And he goes on to describe the 3 of you in great detail in the letter.
What?
Yeah.
It's
That makes
Gerald's
no-
writing.
That
probably.
makes no sense. How much time has passed since you?
And not much at all.
Wow.
And it's signed Gerald at the bottom.
Mm.
Wow,
Hmm.
crazy.
All right. Keeping that.
All right. On that note, we got to close up. We're at our time.
All right. That was
That was some
great.
crazy
fun.
stuff.
Where's our thing? Here it is. And here we go. Thanks for joining us tonight under the library. We'll be back next week, same time. And in the meantime, you can find us on our website at underthelibrary.com. We're also on Twitter at underthelib. So for me, for Michael, for Rick, Emily, Wayne, Scott, Chris, and did I say Rick? For Rick too.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.